Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to the Ketuo and Rike YouTube channel. My name is Jadine and today we are taking a closer look at the Ketuo Triad TC. Now, I'm sure we are all familiar with the Ketuo Triad. The Triad has been a very important part of Ketuo's lineup for quite some time now, but what Ketuo did with the Triad TC is refine the design that we all know and love. The Triad TC has a very distinct presence and personality. After spending some time with this knife, you can really see just how much thought went into the design of this knife. So let's get into it. First of all, the Triad TC comes in 4 different variations. The first variation of the Triad is the RGB version. This one has a Stonewash M390 blade, dark TI throughout the scales, and RGB carbon fiber inlays. You got a bunch of different colors. You have red and blue, you have orange and yellow, and a beautiful seafoam green along the back spacer and the thumb studs. Next, we have a Triad that comes in a Bead Blast M390 blade. We have dark accents to match the dark titanium on the scales, and this one has purple carbon fiber inlays. The next one has a Blackwash M390 blade that appropriately matches all of the dark hardware and the dark titanium throughout this knife, and this one has pops of white in the carbon fiber inlays. I love the way this one looks. And last but not least, we have another Blackwash option. So this one has that beautiful Blackwash M390 blade and beautiful copper carbon fiber inlays that matches beautifully with that copper pivot. There are a few key differences between the Triad TC versus the other Triads that we have available. First of all, you get a completely different look on the scales with the titanium and the carbon fiber inlays, but you also get different flippers on this knife. So they're a completely different shape. And the Triad TCs do not have that integrated safety switch on the back of the knife as well. So there are a few differences that I wanted to point out that's on the TC, but something that the TC has that all of the Triads have that I just love would be the action. The iconic action that the Triad has definitely follows through into the TC version. This is just snappy. It is instant. The deployment on this is incredible, and I just love the acoustics as well. This knife features multiple deployment options. You have a cutout, you have dual thumb studs, you have a rear flipper, a front flipper, and you can even use the button lock to deploy the knife as well. Speaking of the button lock, this knife features a button actuated liner lock, so you still get access to that liner lock if you choose to close your knife that way. The overall length of the Triad TC is 7.87 inches, the blade length is 3.15 inches, and the handle length is 4.72 inches. This, to me, is the perfect size. I do have smaller hands, but I've seen people with larger hands rock this knife. This is so comfortable, so ergonomic. The cutout right here is at the perfect level. My fingers can rest right where they need to. And this knife features a generous amount of jimping. You get a really nice textured back spacer that leads into the lanyard hole, and it's textured all the way down. And the jimping on the spine pretty much goes halfway up the blade, which is very, very nice. So, once you're putting this into use, you can really choke up on this, you can feel comfortable, you can really feel what you're doing while you're using this knife. As for the weight, the Triad TC weighs in at exactly 4 ounces, which is extremely reasonable considering you are getting titanium, carbon fiber, a pretty thick blade. But with all that being said, this knife is really balanced. It feels great. I love the blade to handle ratio, and overall this is just a very comfortable knife to carry. This knife can definitely be a user if you would like, and it is just a joy to fidget around with. And for my lefties out there, fear not, because this has a reversible pocket clip. The pocket clip is also titanium as well. And like I said earlier, I am just in love with all of these different variations. The white has that really clean futuristic look. The RGB is definitely the more eye-catching option. Purple gives a little bit more attitude, and I just love how dark the purple version looks. And of course, the copper carbon fiber brings in that warmer, more premium option if that's what you're into. The Triad TC from Ketuo is detailed without feeling chaotic. It's unique without feeling impractical. And of course, it has that premium, almost custom inspired character that makes you want to keep it on hand, in your pocket, wherever you go. I mean, that's why I think the Triad TC is such a standout piece from Ketuo. It takes a design with a lot of personality and gives it a more refined and elevated feel while still keeping the things that make the Triad fun in the first place. This is definitely one of those pieces that you just have to feel and see in person. So you guys, we have a direct link for the Ketuo Triad TC down below in the description. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know which color is your favorite. But thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all again very soon.